The story begins as we witness a dimensional crack, from which a large, notorious celestial body from a different planet emerges on Earth. In the Dragon Kingdom's Linhai City, countless monsters have invaded and taken over, causing widespread disasters for humanity. Thankfully, our deity did not abandon humans. Instead, they bestowed upon them a baptism, marking appeared on the backs of all human hands as symbols of power, leading to the awakening of various special classes through these divine marks. Since then, mankind has entered a new era of class shifting. Among the divine powers, there are only 3 humanity-awakening classes of mythical powers. Due to their formidable strength, these 3 kingdoms have always been far ahead in their strategies concerning other worlds. Centuries passed, and a talented class shifter emerged in the Dragon Kingdom, Xiu Luo, the strongest man. He spent 10 years setting a new record in China, becoming the first adeptus of the 70th world. However, faced with numerous powerful monsters, including a level 9 beast that invaded their kingdom, Xiu Luo, the heroic class shifter, single-handedly defeated it, sacrificing his life to save his kingdom. Years later, on the 100th anniversary of Xiu Luo's heroic death, a memorial ceremony was held in the capital, Dragon City. The top class shifters from the Dragon Kingdom attended. Meanwhile, as news spread worldwide, the newscaster speculated about the birth of the next Xiu Luo. As this news was reported, a man lay in his bed, when suddenly, a mysterious system notification appeared. The system addressed him as an awakener, revealing that the doors to an alternate world were about to open, calling him to become a class shifter. Just as the system informed him of this, the man appeared lifeless next to medicine bottles. Suddenly the man awoke, hurrying to sit up, bewildered by his surroundings as he remembered his death. In that moment, memories flooded his mind, causing him pain. He realized he awakened a seemingly useless class in the world, leading his girlfriend to leave him. Despite working tirelessly, he faced continuous misfortune, including his brother's illness and the looming medical bills that needed urgent payment. And he never thought he would reincarnate as a person with the exact same name as him 100 years later. He realized in order to cultivate a powerful beast tamer, one must have enough wealth to take over a kingdom. For ordinary people, it's definitely not good news to awaken as a beast tamer. Saying that Zhang Yue, a good-for-nothing young man who failed in life, committed suicide while looking at the picture of the guy. Since he took over the body and awakened again, he will take up the responsibilities and regrets, conquering the alternate world where the weak fight for food, speaking that to the mirror, fist bumping him, saying to think of it as his gratitude for him, as saying that the system announces that the doors to an alternate world are about to open, and he commands him to open it up, and the portal begins to open as he goes through it. The system greets him, addressing him as class shifter Xiu Luo, and the system also says that he has been offline for 36,552 days. The system says that it was the 17th world and has given him total rewards of alternate energy. Congratulations to him on defeating the level 9 beast wave for the first time, and completing the mythical achievement into unparalleled rewards as his last battle of his previous life. He obtained a reward, a mythical treasure supreme oracle. Now this effect is active. As the buff activates, the system notifies him again, saying to him that he has obtained an additional 999 times the idle income. Hearing this, he was surprised and amazed at what he obtained. He could not believe that he obtained such a large amount of points. Again, the system notifies him that he obtained a class reset, and asks him to choose one of the 7 mythical core classes below: Warrior, Dark Swordsman, Assassin, Shadow Reaper, Priest, Holy Priest, Mage, Hellfire Mastery, Archer, Ghost Hunter, Beast Tamer, Necromancer. Saying that since he has been reincarnated and has millions of idle rewards, his first choice would be to become a Necromancer. Choosing it, the system congratulated him on becoming the 4th mythical core class in the alternate world, a Necromancer and an advanced Beast Tamer class. As since he started that life with a mythical class, he must clear the levels perfectly until the final world. Not only will he become the strongest in the Dragon Kingdom, but he will also be the #1 in the world. Now he comes into the first alternate world, Nightmare Source, and the system welcomes him there, saying that based on his login location, the system will match him with a safe area called Doomsday Town. It says a gentle reminder: fighting is prohibited in safe areas. asking him if he wants to continue using the ID, Xiu Luo. If not, please confirm your new ID. Saying this, he commanded him to change the name to Zero, while he was looking at the town as he departed. There was also a new class shifter there, or shortly he could call this a newbie, while others were seemingly amazed, while others were highly to themselves and had their own business. The system announced that the first world quest has been announced and can be viewed on their mission interface. As they heard this, others seemed to ask for a team-up, while others didn't care. While he was there at the back checking the announcement, it says that WDRLD Duest 1, he needs to kill 1,000 monsters in total in the first world. After completing the world quests above, he can activate the first world boss dungeon channel, and defeating the boss, he can enter the second world. Reading this, he says that it seems like the regular layout of this alternate world hasn't changed much, and says that he needs to do first was to buy some equipment, and then do his quest. As he came to the equipment store, the store owner welcomed him, and asking him what does he need. While he was thinking about what he was going to choose, he remembered that the system's equipment store is the same as before, only providing some basic unrefined products. He offered some better quality to him. However, the owner said to him that it cost some more copper coins, while our MC, without saying anything, gave him a lot of coins, saying that was a 100 copper coins, and asking the owner to give him the best quality of 1-star staff, as the owner gave the staff to him. The other players were amazed, and couldn't believe what they were seeing, and asking him why he was spending all his money on that worthy staff. As they asked that, our MC just said to them thanks for the reminder as it was nothing, and walked away there. While he was walking away there, the girl said that the only weapons with a higher star rating can refine their attributes. In those cases, he asks wouldn't the attack power be increased, while the guy explaining that refinement of equipment requires alternate energy, which can only be obtained in small amounts through killing monster spawns and quests, and says as such, a precious thing can't be upgraded enough. If anyone uses it to refine a 1-star staff, he thinks he might have a huge hole in his head saying that. Others were talking about him, and they were laughing as they seemed that he was a loser, causing he spent all his money and has no defense at all, and says that he has no knowledge at all, no matter if it's here or outside, saying it's difficult to make progress without money. While they chit-chatting, while our MC now was far away from them, he says that for the average new class shifter, it's really not cost-effective to spend all their money on just 1-star equipment. But he says that it was shamed that he was not lacking person and not ordinary players. And he started to alternate the energy to refine and enhance it. As he upgrading it, the system says to him that the refinement consumes 1 point of alternate energy and has a 10% chance of being upgraded to a green attribute. The higher the attributes, the greater the refining consumption, and the lower the success rate, and asking him if he wants to refine it. But without further ado, he said yes to the system to refine it, and equipment was started to glow and was undergoing to enhance. But thankfully it was successfully upgraded, and the system notify him that the staff has been increased to the highest level, and the system congratulating him on obtaining the golden attribute, a Fire Herald staff, a staff born from flames. All enemies will be burned to ashes. Seeing this successful attempt, he said with confidence that he seems ready for his preparations for the battle, and saying that the show was going to begin. In the next panel, it shows the forest, and the nightmare of the new class shifters has just begun. We see a large and powerful wolf that the class shifter is attacking. Because of its powerful and domineering aura, the player seems scared and shocked witnessing its power. He says that those low-level beasts have more health than them, and he can barely deal any damage to it. Suddenly, the beast's claws attack him while he dodges and says that if they get hit, they are going to die. Suddenly, a large fireball appears and lands on the beast. The players are shocked by this unexpected event, while the system says that the Fire Herald staff's burning effect was triggered. The beast is shown on the ground, burning, while our MC stands there looking at it. Because he killed the level 1 giant mutant beast, he gains a substantial amount of experience points. He thinks that for a mythical class shifter, he has a buff full of basic attributes, including max-level equipment. He also notes that those with ordinary classes need to form a team to kill the beast. He says he can now kill those beasts one by one. The player looks at him with no idea what he is thinking. Seeing this, he asks his teammate about that wholly insane type of magic damage. His teammate says that the equipment he is holding is gold, which is why they think the guy is an expert, experienced class shifter. But the boy seems not to believe it, saying it is impossible because he thinks no one would have that much alternate energy to refine a beginner's staff in the early stages. While they chat about it, they say that whatever the case, they must not be suspicious of that guy, addressing him as a big boss. Our MC continues thinking that the level 1 beast gives too little experience. He says to ensure he gets maximum experience, he can only aim for higher level beasts. The ultimate boss of the first world is the level 10 Violent Boar King. He says that right now, the beasts above level 3 in the abandoned factory are his best choice. As he says this, he walks towards the factory. The players show interest in him, acting friendly, with a girl trying to seduce him by posing seductively and saying he is cute, asking him to take them with him. He responds that he can't and never wants to team up because he doesn't need it. He then excuses himself and walks past them. They feel a powerful aura from him, saying that his aura is scarier than the beasts they face. They discuss his direction and note that our MC is heading to the abandoned factory. They comment that they heard the beasts there are very high level and dangerous, wondering if he plans on fighting alone. They expect that he is the strongest person and doesn't go the usual route. Now it shows our MC fighting beasts and killing all the monsters. He kills level 1 giant mutant rats, level 3 poisonous spiders, and other nearby monsters, gaining 30,000 experience alternate points. The system congratulates him, saying he leveled up and gained points to level up his skills, with additional points for attributes. His current level is now level 2, and the system says the next upgrade requires 250 experience points. He continues to kill the level 3 spider monster. The system congratulated him on leveling up to level 3, informing him that the next level required 1,000 experience points. After killing all the spiders, the system popped up again, congratulating him for unlocking the first skill bar and obtaining the initial skill, Fireball. He remarked that he never thought the upgrade bonus for the mythical class would be 6 times higher than that of ordinary classes. Having leveled up 3 consecutive times, he now had 18 attribute points to use freely. Before finishing his thought, he touched the screen and upgraded the Fireball to the max level. Happy about it, he said that the damage of an initial skill at max level could reach 140%. As he said this, the system congratulated him for upgrading his skill to Super Fireball, a grade A skill. He had now reached the highest skill quality of his current class level. The system asked him to continue upgrading his second class for Awakening. While analyzing his status skill, he noted that based on his progress, completing the first 2 world quests would allow him to reach level 8, which would be enough to challenge and complete the ultimate boss. Suddenly he heard a noise and noticed someone calling for help. He opened the door to find a heavily wounded warrior NPC named Carl, who had lost his leg. The MC wondered about the realism of this world, noting it wasn't much different from an ordinary game with missions and dungeons. Carl asked for help, saying his wife and children were killed by monster adventurers, and asked the MC to kill the cruel scorpions. The system notified him that the plot had been triggered, and asked if he wanted to accept the quest to destroy the scorpions. The MC felt good about it. No, the quest details showed that destroying the scorpions was a normal quest with a difficulty of 10. However, he noticed that monsters weren't the only things there. Completing the quest was his top priority, but the malicious look ahead excited him. He found it interesting that there was an intermediate monster of the first world, the armored scorpions, and remarked that it had been a long time since he had seen them. He observed that the armored scorpions had activated the skill armor, reducing his attack effect. As the monster rushed toward him, he got his staff ready to face them. He cast Fireball at its tail, hurting the monster. The monster activated its skill collision, but he rushed forward and cast a powerful Fireball, causing a large explosion. He successfully killed the armored scorpion, gaining 50,000 experience points and alternate energy. He remembered that when the number of normal armored scorpions decreased to a certain threshold, it would trigger the appearance of the armored scorpion emperor. As he thought about this, he continued killing all of them, knowing that the emperor scorpion would appear soon. The scorpion finally emerged, imitating a powerful bloodthirsty aura. He prepared to kill it, realizing he needed to defeat the big scorpion before his mana ran out. He cast a super fireball at the monster, but it was depleted and stopped by the monster's tail. Seeing the monster defend against his attack, He noted that its body was as thick as ever. The monster moved its tail and struck him, but he dodged and rushed forward, casting a powerful fireball aimed at the monster's head. The fireball successfully landed, scattering fire over the monster's body, and the Emperor Scorpion was defeated, collapsing to the ground. He remarked on his luck in immobilizing it right away, as his mana was nearly depleted. He only needed one last strike to complete his mission. However, an unexpected event occurred. Another player ambushed him from behind, planning to land an attack. It seemed this player had teammates ready to act, having planned this all along. But our MC was not a typical newbie player. He dashed to avoid the attack, surprising the ambusher who didn't expect it. In the midst of the chaos, our MC noted that he had anticipated their appearance. The ambusher was confused, and while our MC lectured them, he cast a powerful spell. He told them they chose the wrong target, as the enemies he had faced were 1,000,000 times stronger. The ambusher, scared, questioned how our MC could still use skills with depleted mana. Our MC responded by saying if he hadn't acted, the ambushers wouldn't have revealed themselves. He then triggered the Necromancer class effect Soul Harvest by killing the armored Emperor Scorpion. The system asked if he wished to absorb the armored Emperor Scorpion as his pet. Delighted by his luck, our MC agreed. As he absorbed it, his body emitted an aura that grew larger, scattering around him. The remaining ambusher, terrified, saw that our MC had become even more formidable. The system then congratulated our MC for receiving a normal-grade armored Emperor Scorpion pet, detailing its status. It was a defense-type pet, with a loyalty mechanism indicating that each death would decrease the pet's loyalty by 10. He realized that the reason beast tamers struggled to grow was that pets required the tamer's experience to level up, making it impossible for ordinary people. But he wasn't lacking in experience points, so he upgraded his pet fully. The armored Emperor Scorpion became an A-rank creature with a steel body. A witness, shocked and shouting, questioned how a normal beast tamer could possess such power. Our MC revealed that he had felt people spying on him in secret since he received the mission. Likely assassins preying on isolated people. They had planned to ambush him at the last critical moment to harvest the Scorpion King. The witness was shocked and began crying, realizing he was in trouble. He tried to flee, but our MC's pet stabbed him in the stomach as quickly as a blink. The witness begged for mercy, but the MC declared that in a world where the strong prey on the weak, one must be prepared to be preyed upon. The witness met his end, and an NPC congratulated the MC for his subjugation and avenging him, swearing to be a good brother from that day forth. The system congratulated the MC for completing his mission and gave him rewards. He received a magic necklace, a 1-star class item that granted powerful magic power, and armored leggings, also 1-star class, providing protection. The MC noted that the equipment came at a perfect time when he urgently needed mana. He fully upgraded his new equipment and felt happy about it, saying that with these items, his armored Scorpion and he could level up to level 5 even quicker. Suddenly, a notification announced to all players that a hidden secret realm, Doomsday City Level 5, had appeared near Doomsday Town and would last for 1 hour. Players were surprised, not expecting a secret realm there. Our MC said that it wasn't too far for him with his current abilities, and that he would claim the initial clear rewards.